Hello and welcome. This is rooflemonger, my friends. The launch of 2XKO is finally coming up, and we got a lot of information for you for what they're doing for said launch. Not the least of which, as you can see in this trailer, we got hell of new skins and cosmetics. League of Legends and Riot in general, sort of famous for the cosmetics. You ain't gonna be running short for new costumes in this game, to say the least. Obviously launching with Caitlyn as well, and of course coming to console, Xbox, and PlayStation. And yes, in case you are wondering, for the console launches, the game will have trophies and achievements. We also got a lot of new features, including one I've been asking for since the start, in that you can now queue for ranked from training mode. Lobby system is perfectly great for those who want to engage with it, right? But for a lot of us old timers, we just want to be in training mode. Just let us hit buttons until the match is ready, right? And now that will be an option, although it's only for ranked, not for casual, but well, whatever, that's fine, I suppose. If you're looking for casual matches, then go engage with the lobby. We got new battle pass full of new skins. We got the esports skins, the frame perfect skins, of which part of the money for those will go back into the community, which is really cool. Other games used to do that and sort of gave up on it. So I'm glad to see Riot is bringing it back. And just basically a lot of changes, including a monster patch. Riot did up a lovely little infographic here. You can see, hey, new champion buffs. Blitz, Braum, Darius, Jinx, Vi, all getting buffs. Ahri, Echo, Teemo, Yasuo, aka the people who are just basically running the game, right? They're all getting nerfs. And fairly so, because in my opinion, they've been running the game a little too hard. So if you're starting on console with the launch here, then I guess hopefully you'll never have to know the true horrors of how crazy these characters were. But yeah, lots of stuff. And now to talk briefly on the patch. There's a lot of changes, like a lot for all the characters. And what we're going to do is the usual thing on the channel. When the patch is live, I'll do the big video going over everything in way too much detail. So please look forward to that. It's a really good patch full of a lot of good stuff. Like one of my favorite changes that's in this patch is Braum and his shield assist. So the shield assist here, he comes out and he does the shield, which is all well and good. But now it's significantly buffed in that it's going to last a lot longer. And on top, appearing mid-screen, sure, whatever. He'll now also walk forward like he does when he manually holds it, right? So he can really eat up giant chunks of the screen now. So lasts significantly longer and also moves forward, just making him really annoying to deal with, not the least of which if you tag into him, then he's right beside the enemy now, right? One change of many, one I personally loved when I got some hands-on time at Riot, and we're going to be covering everything in explicit detail very shortly, so I don't want to go over everything right now, because I'll be doing it again real soon. But rest assured, there's a lot of cool stuff in the patch, and of course, skins. Yo, the Beekeeper skins look sick. What the heck? Like, Bee Blitzcrank? Okay, I'm sold. Like, look at the little bee face getting mad when he does the super. That's really cool. Like, there's a lot of love in these. So, besides all this, which is a lot, we also have a little bit, I guess you can call it a Q&A from Riot, just, what's going on. And also just some clarification on the patch and just kind of what's the plan with the patch. And there is some interesting details here. Like, if you're on console, yes, trophies, achievements, but apparently PlayStation Plus specifically, you can earn special items and just like battle pass level skips. Looks like PlayStation wins again. Yes, even though it's been answered a million times, but I guess they got to keep answering. Yes, crossplay is enabled on everything. So don't worry, no matter where they are, you can always play with your friends. If you are starting with the console launch, no, you will not miss stuff from the PC early access. All the skins and all that will be coming back at some point. Yes, you can use the same account you already used in early access, and yes, you do get to keep everything you've already unlocked as well. No need to make a new account just for the console version. And yes, the console version, like the PC version, is free to play, although PlayStation Plus subscribers apparently get a few little extra goodies. For Caitlyn, yes, you can pay to unlock Caitlyn early. However, there's a recruitment event, and if you do the recruitment event, you can unlock her free. There will be new combo trials for everyone. Also, some of the Caitlyn combo trials are pretty messed up, just FYI. As for universal balance, again, the character-specific stuff will be in its own video. There's been some changes in how projectiles work. In order to remove no-win situations for the defender, projectiles will now disappear in a wide variety of circumstances. Like if that character gets hit, or if the assist does it and the point character gets hit, or if there's a throw tech. Like you can see right here. So Jinx is tagged out, shoots the rocket, right? And then Vi charges in, and then Vi gets tapped, and Jinx's rocket disappears. Before, Darius's reward for hitting Vi would have been getting hit by Jinx's rocket. So now, projectiles, while still very useful, are sort of toned down across the board, and if you can actually hit the enemy at some point, it'll mostly go away. Has a couple caveats, does not affect ultimates, or some of the more oddball projectiles of the game. Still, good change, and I think it should make a lot of people happy. Other changes just affecting system mechanic, like changing up how backdashes and forward dashes work. Again, dashing in general just seems to be an issue with 2XKO since the beginning, but they're working on it. And a really big one that'll affect a lot of the lower tier characters of the game is they're changing up just the general timing of jabs and lights. So all the 8-frame lights, they're just too slow, so they're all getting upgraded to 7-frame lights. Alawi, Braum, Blitz, Darius. This will be great quality of life for them. Yeah, it's only a single frame, but this is fighting games. A single frame can matter a lot, especially for what is supposed to be your single fastest attack. So for these characters, having a faster light across the board should make it ideally a bit more reasonable for them to contest like offense from the other characters. Less so much that if you press a button, you die. So I think that is a very, very good change personally. Not the least of which these are the characters I play and I'll take any buff I can get. Also, a pretty big shakeup for just how the game works in general is assists. So if you hit an assist at all now, there's an additional 4-second cooldown for that assist. The idea was the penalty for assists was too light. There wasn't much incentive to actually just smack the assist. Now, if you lock them out of the game even longer, now there's a much greater incentive. And assists that are parried can no longer collide with the enemy. Meaning you can just walk right through them, like they're not there. They can't hold you back or whatever. So you can now parry an assist, like you can see here in this trailer, and then freely run past them and smoke the enemy on the other end of things. And for fans of 1XKO, where you only want to play a single character, Juggernaut's getting some pretty substantial buffs. So more health, more break gauge gained, more health gained on a snapback. So if it's the way you want to engage with the game, now it's better yet. And that's some of the universal stuff. Again, the character stuff will be its own video. We're going to go through it in great detail. And also, if you want to see the patch notes for yourself, I'll have that linked for you in the video description. So suffice it to say, lots and lots and lots of big changes coming to 2XKO, and as well it should, because now it's actually out. Early access is over with. From here on forward, this is just the actual game, and everyone gets to play. I know console fans, very excited. And I remember bringing this up back in the past, but I just want to reiterate, like, they were always saying the game when it launched was always going to be the worst version of the game. Like, not in a bad way, but like, it's only ever going to get better from here. And every time I look at a patch, every time I look at the changes, they're all smart changes. They're all good changes that move the game forward. Like, I'm not saying they'll never have their Tekken 8 Season 2 moment where they wish they could take it back, right? But like, so far, they have the base clay, the base mold, and it's just shaping up better and better and better every time they get to work on it. Coming out early access, was the base balance a little suspect? Yeah, but you know what? They'll be the first ones to admit it. I believe someone at the Riot event said something like, oh, we sort of forgot to give some champions weaknesses, which, characters like Yasuo and Echo basically did not have any weaknesses or any downsides. It was just purely upside. And now with every patch, and especially this patch, the lesser characters of the games, like, your Brahms and your Blitzes are getting very good buffs. And characters like your Yasuos and your Echoes are getting toned down just a little bit. As well it should be. It shouldn't be a game where only a couple characters are viable, and they're very well aware of it, which is why everyone's getting the love. And sometimes love can be tough love. If you love Yasuo, probably doesn't, you don't enjoy your character getting nerfed, right? But you also don't want him to be the only viable character in the game, right? So things are moving forward. Some people are getting all new abilities, like Darius. Just interesting times are ahead, and I'm really excited just to see how it's all going to shape out. So that said, look forward to more on the channel. We'll have the big patch video. Of course, there's also Fatal Fury Season 2 and all that entails. We'll have more coverage of that on the channel. It's a busy time for fighting games. But that said, my friends, that's it for now, and that's it for the video. So, thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some 2XKO.